Hello everyone, are you still excited to learn with us? Okay, first we will introduce ourselves. The three of us are Dwi Kharisma, Achmad Fathoni, and Ainun Safira. Greeting first. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Everyone, we will learn less common multiple, heights common factor, fraction, decimal, and percent. Happy learning, let's go!
Now let's take a learn about least common multiple, or we can call it LCM. As we begin to know about numbers, there are certain ways in which we will want to compare two numbers. One concept we must learn is about multiple. 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, 3 times 4 is 12, 3 times 5 is 15. So, those numbers are multiple of 3. Those are the numbers that you got when you multiply 3 by all the positive integers. And what about number 5? Well, that would give us the number 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. And here are the multiple tables like this as if we go through all the numbers. So, what if we compare 3 and 5? We might want to know the smallest number that is in both of these lists. We would call it the least common multiple because this is the smallest multiple that is common to both numbers. In this case is 15. So, let's compare it with the list of multiple of 4. There are 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. So, what is the least common multiple of 3 and 4? That would be 12. And what about 4 and 6? The least common multiple of both numbers is 12 too. As many examples, the least common multiple is the lowest multiple shared by two or more numbers. This result will always be a common multiple because the result of two numbers must have the two original numbers as a factor. However, these numbers won't be the least common multiple when there are smaller number common multiple. For example, we take 6 and 9. As we will see, 6 times 9 is 54, but that number is not the least. If we write the list of multiple from both numbers, we find 18 as the least common multiple. Let's take the bigger number. When we get the big numbers, this method will get so difficult. So there's a bit of shortcut. Let's take 20 and 90. So the first step is we use the prime factorization of each number. For 20, that's 2 times 2 times 5. And for 90, that's 2 times 3 times 3 times 5. Now we can see every factor and multiply them together with each factor. And now take the multiply of some of these factors according to the most time they appear. And so the result is 180. So, what for least common multiple? If I say how to compare both fraction 1 per 3 and 1 per 4, by the denominator we just need to see the least common multiple from both fraction. From the list of multiple, we can say that the least common multiple is 12. So, 1 per 3, if we change the denominator to 12, would be 4 per 12. And also for 1 per 4, if we change the denominator to 12, the fraction would be 3 per 12. So, we can conclude that 1 per 3 or 4 per 12 is more than 1 per 4 or 3 per 12. After that, we have to learn about the highest common factor, or we can call it with HCF. Highest common factor is the highest factor that is of both of the numbers. For example, we have 10 and 15. If we write out the factor of 10, that would be 1, 2, 5, and 10. And also for 15, that would be 1, 3, 5, and 15. The largest number that can be found from both lists is 5. So 5 is the highest common factor of these numbers. Now let's take 18 and 27. Here are the list of factors of 18. There are 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. And also for 27, there are 1, 3, 9, and 27. From the both lists, we can conclude that the highest common factor of 18 and 27 is 9. But again, as numbers get larger, it may become tedious to identify and list every single factor for a number. So there is a bit of trick to this as well. Let's look at the same example we just did. We can use the prime factorization of each number. For 18, that would give us 2 times 3 times 3. And for 27, that would give us 3 times 3 times 3. After that, we must take all the numbers that appear in both lists as many times as they appear in both lists and multiply them together. Now we take the first number of 3 and the second number of 3 and done. There's no number 2 in 27 sides, and also there's no number 3 again in 18 sides. So we can say that the largest factor of 18 and 27 is 3 times 3 is 9.
Next, we will learn about fraction. A fraction is a number that represents a part of a whole. A fraction can be written as a quotient, where the numerator is divided by the denominator. As seen in the image, for example, 1/4 represents a cake that has been divided into 4 equal parts. Fraction remains the numerator and denominator of a fraction can be multiplied or divided by a number the same but not 0. Example: 9 divided by 10 equal 9 times 3 divided by 10 times 3 equal 27 divided by 30. So 9 divided by 10 equal 27 divided by 30. Let's review simplifying fraction. Fraction can be simplified by dividing the same number. For example, number 1, 10 over 5, 10 over 15 equal 10 divided 5 over 15 divided 5 equal 2 divided 3. So 10 divided by 15 equal 2 divided by 3. Number 2, 16 over 24 equal 16 divided by 8 over 14 divided by 8 equal 2 divided by 3. So 16 divided by 24 equal 2 divided by 3. Let's review ordering fraction. For fraction with the same denominator, just sort the numerator. For example, sort from the smallest value. Number 1, 3 divided by 7, 1 divided by 7, 5 divided by 7, and 6 divided by 7. The order from the smallest value is 1 divided by 7, 3 divided by 7, and 6 divided by 7. Another example, number 2, 10 divided by 11, 1 divided by 11, 8 divided by 11, and 6 divided by 11. The order from the smallest value is 1 divided by 11, 6 divided by 11, 8 divided by 11, and 10 divided by 11. For a fraction with different denominator. Fraction with different denominator must have the same denominator by using the LCM of the old denominators as the new denominator. 2 divided 3, 1 half, and 5 divided 4. We need to find the LCM of the denominators. We know that the LCM of 3, 2, and 4 is 12. So we change the denominators to 12. For question number 1, 2 divided 3 equals 2 times 4 divided 3 times 4 equals 8 divided 12. For question number 1, the denominator is 3, so it must be multiplied by 4 to become 12. If the denominator is multiplied by 4, then the numerator must also be multiplied by 4. Number 2, 1 half equals 1 times 6 divided 2 times 6. For question number 2, the denominator is 2, so it must be multiplied by 6 to become 12. If the denominator is multiplied by 6, then the numerator must also be multiplied by 6, equals 6 divided by 12. Number 3, 5 divided by 4 equals 5 times 3 divided by 4 times 3. For question number 3, the denominator is 4, so it must be multiplied by 3 to become 12. If the denominator is multiplied by 3, then the numerator must also be multiplied by 3, equals 15 divided by 12. The order from the smallest value is 6 divided by 12, 8 divided by 12, and 15 divided by 12, or 1 half, 2 divided 3, 5 divided 4. Next, let's review mixed fraction. A mixed fraction is a type of fraction that consists of a whole number and a proper fraction combined. Example, number 1, 15 divided by 12 equals 12 divided by 12. 12 divided by 12 equals 1. Plus 3 divided by 12 equals 1 plus 1 divided by 12 equals 1. 1 divided by 12. Number 2, 13 divided by 8 equals 8 divided by 8 equals 1 plus 5 divided by 8 equals 1. 5 divided by 8. Let's review mixed fraction. After we look at some of the fraction form of the example above, we found that denominator was smaller than the numerator. It can be called a mixed fraction. The examples are as follows. Number 1, 15 divided by 12 equal 12 divided by 12. 12 divided by 12 equal 1 plus 3 divided by 12 equal 1 plus 1 divided by 12 equal 1. 1 divided by 12. Number 2, 13 divided by 8 equal 8 more 8 plus 5 more 8 equal 1. 5 more 8.
Next, we will discuss decimal fraction and percentage. Decimal fraction are fractions that contain commas between the numbers that make them up. Examples are 1.2, 3.21, 0.05, 0.1, and so on. This form is obtained from the result of dividing the numerator and denominator. Mathematically, the decimal fraction formula is stated as follows. A point B is AB tenths. In the equation above, there is only B after the decimal point, so the fractional form has a denominator of 10. For more details, look at the following how to change or convert decimal fraction. How to convert decimal fraction? There are 3 ways to convert decimal fraction. First, how to convert decimal fraction to proper fraction. Then, how to decimal fraction to mixed fraction. And then, how to convert decimal fraction to percentage. Okay, first we will discuss how to convert decimal fraction to proper fraction and vice versa, as in the following example. 0.75 is 25 hundredths divided by 25. 75 divided by 25 is 3. 100 divided by 25 is 4. So the answer is 3/4. Then 25 is 25 times 2 thirds. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 2 is 10. So the answer is 0.4. Next, we will discuss how to convert decimal fraction to mixed fraction and vice versa, as in the following example. 1.25 is 125 hundredths divided by 25. 125 divided by 25 is 5. 120 divided by 25 is 4. So 5 divided by 4 is 1 and 1/4. Then 2 and 2/5 is 5 times 2 plus 2 is 12. 12/5 times 2 thirds is 12 times 2 is 24. 5 times 2 is 10. So the answer is 2.4 because 24 tenths is 2.4. Next we will discuss how to convert decimal fraction to percentage and vice versa, as in the following example. 0.35 is 35 hundredths times 100%. 100 divided by 100 is 1, so the answer is 35%. Then 70%. 70% is 70 hundredths divided by 10 tenths is 70 divided by 10 is 7. 100 divided by 10 is 10. So the answer is 0.7. Well, that was the explanation about how to convert decimal fraction to proper fraction, mixed fraction, and percentage. Then we will discuss the operations of decimal fraction. So, decimal fraction operations consist of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We will discuss them one by one. First, addition. Addition of decimal fraction. Addition can be done by adding all the numbers, like adding whole number. Only you have put a comma on the result. The comma is placed right with the comma of the number being added. Consider the following example. 3.49 plus 2.11 is 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 plus 4 plus 1 is 6. Put a comma. Then 3 plus 2 is 5. So the answer is 5.60 or 5.6. Then subtraction. Subtraction of decimal fraction. The basic principle of subtraction is the same as addition. We can do subtraction as with integer. However, don't forget to put a comma. Consider the following example. 4.38 minus 1.25. First, 8 minus 5 is 3. Then 3 minus 2 is 1. Put the comma. 4 minus 1 is 3. So the answer is 3.13. Next is multiplication. Multiplication of decimal fraction. Multiplication of decimal fraction is also the same as multiplication of whole number. However, you must still add as many commas after the decimal point in the number being multiplied. For example, you multiply 2.36 multiplied or times 1.2. Well, 2.36 has 2 digits after the decimal, and 1.2 has 1 digit after the decimal points. The result of the multiplication must have 3 or 2 plus 1 digit after the decimal point. Consider the following example. 2.36 times 1.2 is this addition. The result is 2.832. Next, division. Division of decimal fraction. Actually, dividing decimal fraction is the same as dividing whole number. However, an easier way to convert them into fraction first. When define fraction, the fraction that are multiplied are transferred the denominator to the numerator or vice versa. Consider the following example. 0.7 divided by 0.2 is 0.7 is 7 tenths. 0.2 is 2 tenths. 7 tenths divided by 2 tenths is 7 tenths times 2. Same the multiplication. The result is 70 twentieths or 3.5. Example question. 2 years ago, Nova's height was 1.34 meter. Now her height is 1.66 meter. If converted into a common fraction, determine the difference in Nova's height between now and 2 years ago. Answer. Difference 1.66 minus 1.34 is 0.32 meters. If converted into a common fraction, the difference becomes as follows. 0.32 is 22 hundredths divided by 4. 32 divided by 4 is 800. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So the answer is 8/25. So the difference in Nova height between now and 2 years ago is 8/25 meter. Next, percentage. Percent is a number expressed as a fraction of 100 or a comparison with the denominator equal to 100. Percent is symbolized by the symbol percent, which means the sum as per 100 and the loss value is 0%. To better understand how to convert fraction into percentage or vice versa, pay attention to the following example. 1. 4/5. How much percent? 4/5 multiplied by 20. 4 times 20 is 80. 5 times 20 is 100. So the answer is 20%. Next, number 2. 3/4. How much percent? 3/4 is times 50. 3 times 50 is 150. 2 times 50 is 100. So the answer is 150%. Number 3. 36% is divided by 4 ya. 36 divided by 4 is 9. 100 divided by 4 is 25. So the answer is this. It's very easy, right? Okay, thank you for your attention. Sorry if there are any mistakes. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye bye.